Konnichiwa, Minisan.
Hello, and welcome to Famicast 274, your Famicast for the early part of August 2024. I'm your host, Danny, and right now I'm joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Cat Drugs himself.
That's right, it's me. What's good?
Hey, not much, man. Just chilling out over here. JC is going to be joining us here a bit shortly, a little bit caught up with a couple of different things, but he'll be joining us here in a little bit. We've been gone for
Who
a couple
knew
of
it
weeks.
would be so hard to get rid of a dead body?
Right, exactly. But there it is. Cleaning fees, all that type of stuff. But I think I mentioned this on the last episode. I went to America for work, got back last week, kind of getting back in the swing of things, the podcast, Famicast stuff, all that type of stuff. So here we are. Today, kind of a hodgepodge of stuff to talk about. Some, really cool games were coming out basically the day after the last podcast we recorded. Nintendo World Championships, some baseball stuff, a couple other things that people are interested in. So it's going to be a mystery of what we're going to talk about today. No, not really. Some of it I think you guys can figure out. We do have some cool stuff to talk about in new business. A bit of news. There's a cool Zelda trailer that just came out yesterday, basically within the past 24 hours or something like that. So we're going to talk about that a bit and cover a little bit of other news on top of, anime trash, some Fukubukuro stuff, and more. But let's just go ahead and kick things off with some new business. And to kick us off today, Ty, would you mind starting things off?
Sure. Well, as usual, I've been playing that Dead by Daylight. There's a special event going on. It's going on for only a couple more days. It's the 2 versus 8 mode.
Oh, that's just a special thing. I thought it was like a thing that's going to be around forever or whatever.
Yeah, much like one of the previous events, the Chaos Shovel. People are like out in the streets screaming, "Make this a permanent feature, please! I want to do this all the time."
Okay.
So, as you may have guessed, it's 2 killers, 8 survivors.
Right.
Oh yeah, we got the little trailer up here.
Yeah.
So this means it's the first time you can play on a killer team with your friend.
Yeah. And I mean, the last episode we touched on this just a bit. We talked more about the Laura or Lara, whatever the British people call it, Croft thing. But yeah, okay. So you've had some more time to dig into this then, huh?
Yeah. Actually, I've just been playing it like nonstop, like just trying to play as much as I can.
Cool.
So I did a killer together with Jinsei a lot. You may know him from the chat in the Discord. Yep. And it's been a lot of fun. When you dump, like 10 people on a map, it gets real chaotic, real fast, and that's fun. It's fun stuff. But there's a couple other reasons why I really like this mode. Like the worst parts of Dead by Daylight are not present in this mode.
Okay.
Like
such as
let's see, the stale meta of people just running the same strong perks over and over.
Okay.
Yeah, like you might remember me talking about this topic in previous years. Like where when you get too many customization options in a game, like the gameplay actually gets less diverse.
Okay.
Because an optimal thing always floats to the top and people figure it out and they look online and they copy it.
Sure.
Right. That's why, like I talked about it in the context of Mario Kart. Like,
I was gonna say Mario Kart seems like it's a good example. It's like, oh, you can do all this stuff with the carts, and it's like, yeah, but there's basically one way if you really want to win.
Yeah, and it's like the same thing in Dead by Daylight. And
Okay.
the devs, as much as I like to shit on them constantly, and they deserve it, and they have no idea what they're doing, they have been trying to address this. They've been just like changing like the best perks for the sake of changing them,
Oh,
and reworking like really bad low tier ones to be viable, which
okay.
is a good way to do it.
Hmm.
But in the 2v8 mode, you don't use perks at all. You have like 4 pre-made builds for Survivor.
Okay.
Yeah, and that works great because when you only have 4 different things, the developers can tweak them to be pretty balanced
Okay.
and not terrible in some other way.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same thing with killers. You can't customize your killer, well, except the appearance, like whatever.
Yeah.
But they have like a preset set of abilities that's made specifically for 2 versus 8,
Sure.
which is cool because they have abilities that affect their killer teammate
Okay.
really cool and fun ways, and some of them are intensely funny.
Okay.
So in 2v8 now, they only have like the first 5 killers available to play.
Okay.
So that's what is that? That's like Trapper, Wraith, Nurse, Hillbilly,
Okay. Okay.
Huntress. So for example, Hillbilly,
Mhm.
I think a lot of people are thinking it may be the best character in 2v8. He
Mhm.
actually lost his ability to instantly down people with his chainsaw. Like, he can't just chainsaw into people and down them in one shot anymore.
Okay.
First impression was, wow, he's gonna be awful now. He sucks. But the thing is, he has like this new ability where like when he goes by someone with his chainsaw,
Hmm.
his partner can insta down them
Okay. Okay.
for as long as his chainsaw's running. So if you have like this tight coordination with your partner, you can just like go around the map insta downing people.
Okay.
So it's stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's a lot of fun.
Hmm.
So I've also been playing on Survivor side a lot. Like just like when none of my buddies are online, I've just been doing like solo Survivor,
Hmm.
and it's great because like if you have like one shitty teammate, like in the regular 1v4, they're gonna sink your game.
Sure.
That's
No,
how it
no.
is. But
Yep.
2v8, like if one person fucks around, it's no big deal.
Sure.
And their ability to fuck around is actually severely reduced
Okay.
because of the way the game is designed. Like
Hmm.
like in the normal game, a survivor that gets hooked first, if they're just like a random shitter, they might just like suicide on hook, which is more or less a thing you can do.
Hmm.
And then you're fucked. Like, it's 3v1. You're not
Yeah.
gonna win.
I think I've done that before.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how it
then
works.
and then hey, then you taught me, man. You're like, yeah, don't do that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in 2v8, you can't do that. And also when you're hooked, it sends you across the map.
Okay.
Like they sped up the whole process where the killer no longer has to pick a person up, carry them to a hook, put them on the hook. They just like step on them,
Uh-huh.
and they go into like a cage across the map. Like if you
Okay.
happen to know about like how Pyramid Head's special ability works, it's kind of like that.
Okay. I
And
do
if you
not,
don't know
but
how it
okay.
works, don't worry about it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so the thing is, like, a killer can't really camp out another survivor either.
Okay.
So it's like the best of every possible world.
Okay. Okay.
And going back to the regular game is gonna be so fucking miserable.
Well, how long does this mode last? Like, when are they going to do it? Also, yeah, Lemonade, don't get cooked. Stay off the hook. Yeah, I think that should be
It's like they said for 2 weeks, and it's like a couple more days.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Also, if you're new to the game, I highly recommend playing it because it's simplified. It's way less stressful.
Hmm.
It's a lot more fun,
Hmm.
and you get so many fucking blood points for playing Survivor.
Okay.
It's like, so all right. So there's like a in-game incentive to like play a certain role if they're kind of short in the queue right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's just been killers, like just trying to play with their friends constantly. So if you play a Survivor, you're gonna get a 400% point boost.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So I've been grinding that like around the clock when I'm not on Killer with my friends, and like I've spent millions and millions and millions and millions of points just like leveling up my guys this last week. It's so good. Like even if you're just playing Survivor or whatever, you're making bank. If you're playing Killer, you're having the time of your life.
Sure,
it's win-win.
Cool.
So I don't know. They might extend it. Like they extended the Chaos Shuffle mode like another week or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this actually sounds like really cool. And then like, like you said, yeah, I know what it can be like to have just a bad player on your team and just totally ruins the experience. I mean, Star Wars Hunters is an example of that. It's 4v4 shooter type of thing. And some, there's a mode where you're capturing points and stuff like that. And if the person that one of the people that you're with is just bad at the game or just doesn't capture points, it's like, what are you doing? It kind of just ruins everything for your team. But yeah, it's cool that this is a little bit more simplified and makes it so that dummies can't ruin everything for your team, I suppose.
True story. Yeah, so that's great. And I guess sometime today they're going to show details of the Castlevania chapter.
Cool.
Yeah, and I assume that means they're going to open up the PTB.
Okay, PTB?
The playable test build or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know is that what they call it in Dead by Daylight? Yeah, something like that. I just say PTB.
Okay. Now I know what you mean, so that's good. And anybody else out there that's dumb like me and didn't know, well, now you know too. So there you go.
Yep. And I actually do have the Steam version now. Jinsei gifted it to me because it was on sale for like $9.
Damn. Okay.
And now they have a cross progression. So like I was able to instantly get like all my characters, all my levels, everything on there.
Awesome.
Yeah. So now I have got Xbox, Windows Store, and Steam like cross progressed. It's kind of nuts.
What would be the base for it? Like if you have all these versions, do you choose which one would be your base for all your stuff, or like how does that work?
It actually just combines everything for the most part.
Okay.
Like your player level or your character levels and stuff. It goes by whichever one is highest.
Okay.
So like my highest on like Windows Store might be like Prestige 18 on Detective Tap. And if it's like 6 on Xbox and 0 on Steam, it's just gonna give me 18. But like if my Xbox Trapper or whatever is like level 1 billion, it'll give me 1 billion Trapper. And for your items and add-ons, it just combines them. It just stacks them up.
Okay.
And it combines all your currencies and shit too.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. So the free currency you have from grinding that you use to buy cosmetics, like I had so much. I had like 80k plus 85k or something.
Nice.
Yeah, so I bought some fancy stuff like right away.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Ty Lemonade has a question in the chat. He says, Ty, are you going to get that DVD spin-off horror story game? I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, good question. I I don't know, maybe, probably not.
Okay.
I don't really play a lot of single player games these days.
Okay. Like I'm the opposite of you, man. Like well, aside from Star Wars Hunters, like I'm basically single player type of guy. But I get it. This depends time and a place. Sometimes I'm good for it. These days, not really so much. But what is this spin-off horror game? Is this something that we had talked about on the show before and I just forgot?
Maybe I mentioned it briefly. I forget what it's called. The Casting of Frank Stone. It's a single player game.
Okay.
Set in the DVD universe, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're gonna see some familiar stuff from Dead by Daylight in it. And well, they actually have 2 other DVD spin-off games that already exist.
Do they? Okay, because I'm trying to think. Wasn't there a dating sim one or something weird?
Yes, there's a funny meme dating sim.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought it and I never played it, but
hey, welcome to the club.
Yeah, I just got it when it was on sale, whatever.
Okay.
And when you get it, you can add a couple of cosmetics to your game as a fun bonus.
Okay.
So there's that. And I guess over the summer they released like a free game, or like free for a limited time, and then it becomes pay. It's like a funny little co-op platformer kind of thing with some of the characters. I'm sure it's just to harvest your data or to make you sign up for your behavior account, which I did anyway.
Okay.
So I could progress my shit. So I also have that and haven't played it. What was that called? What the fog? That's what it's called.
Okay. Huh.
Yep. So I don't know. Maybe I will get a casting of Frank Stone. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe if there's like a big discount or like a fat like incentive, like you get all this cool stuff in Dead by Daylight when you buy this. Maybe.
Sure.
But other than that, it seems like a game like I might just like buy when it's on sale and then never play.
Okay.
Like so many other games. Speaking of which, I bought some more games on the Xbox summer sale.
Right. Well, I know the 360 store is completely dead now, right? Like on the original.
Yeah. So I did finish buying stuff off of that. What did I buy? I bought the Metal Gear collection because there was a discount on it.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
they mean the one that just came out last year?
Yeah.
Oh, sick, man. Cool.
Yep. Bought that. What else did I buy? I think I bought like I haven't played Guilty Gear Strive in a long time, but I bought the season 2 pass for that because I want to play those characters.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I get it, and I'll talk a little bit more about similar things in my new business, but yeah, I get that.
Yep. And did I mention earlier today they announced that the fucking Freddy Fazbear Five Nights at Freddy's Dead by Daylight collab.
Right, we were talking about that off air. Yeah, because like I was talking to Ty and I saw that and I was thinking like, wait a second, isn't this supposed to be? They're supposed to be announcing Castlevania, and this thing is for 2025. But
yeah, that was weird timing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because I thought like, wow, Ty's wrong.
People have been rumoring for that shit for years, right? Yep. So that's gonna be fun.
Cool.
I can't wait to like click one fucking video about it and have my whole recommendations destroyed forever.
Yeah, no, I know how that goes with Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Let's look up weird videos about, we live in a simulation. Now it's like the only thing that pops up on my, my YouTube feed. Cool. I don't want to watch this anymore. Thank you. But,
yeah. Oh man, I noticed there are like certain things that will destroy your YouTube recommendations more than anything. The first one is Batman. Never click a Batman video. Never click a Joker video.
Oh, okay. Batman.
That will take over your shit immediately.
Could be worse. Batman's not bad. Well, I mean, it's only that might be a little annoying, but okay.
Yeah, the Batman content mill. It's real. Yeah. So shit like that.
Okay. All right. Well, cool.
Yep,
some
that's
DVD.
what I've been playing.
Cool, man. Cool. Well,
wait, one more thing. I got the level 300 in Nikkei.
Jesus.
I only have 2 girl JPEGs left to collect.
Wow. Okay, there you go. Living the
One
dream.
is like a 0.04% chance.
Oh my god.
And the other one I have to wait until Christmas.
Okay. Well, you can at least get one this year, I suppose. God, that's horrible, dude. Okay. Well, good luck.
I got the other one that was 0.04% chance.
Well, hey, stranger things have happened.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Well, while we're still waiting on James, I'll go ahead and go next with new business. So like I said, I was out of the country for work and just doing a bunch of stuff over in the Pacific Northwest. I got to go swimming a couple of different times in rivers and pools, and also in this place called Crater Lake in Oregon, which is actually pretty sweet and really freaking cold actually. But yeah, just in like nature and stuff. So I really have a lot of time to play games, be on social media. It's kind of nice just being away from everything. But here we are back into everything else, back to the real world for me. So yeah, here we are. Really hot here in Japan and humid compared to over there. I was actually kind of enjoying the, 28-degree Celsius, 80-ish degree weather, no humidity. Come back here, it's horrible, but that's the world we live in, dude. So, but in terms of games, like I did manage to get some game time in when I was on the plane, outside of the time when I was staring at other people's screens or just staring at the seat in front of me, as I do when
People do that, don't they? On my last international flight, I wanted to watch Scooby-Doo versus WWE, but like I thought like too many people would judge me.
Well, like I don't know, man. Like for me, it's usually there's so many different things to choose. Like I can play games on my Switch. I have, dozens, maybe almost hundreds of things that are downloaded and ready to go. I have songs on my phone. There are a billion movies on the, on the plane. I just can't choose. So I usually just sit there, look at the seat in front of me, turn off my screen, watch other people watching movies. Can't hear them, but yeah, it's horrible. But thankfully, like the flight to the West Coast of America is not as far as what it is usually when I'm going back to my hometown in Illinois. So that's, that was kind of nice. But just before I get into what I've actually been playing, when I was in the States, I did stop by a GameStop and picked up something that I kind of wanted. I've kind of talked about this a little bit in the Discord weeks ago, but I'm actually really happy that I came across this. And this is, of course, the collector's edition of Nintendo World Championships from North America. So nice. I have the Japanese version, and I did a video about that basically right the day that it came out. So, very different packaging and stuff like that. Very interesting. So I'm really glad to have both of these sets. The Japanese one, again, if you don't know, it comes with the 2 Famicom Joy-Con that were once on sale and still on sale via My Nintendo here in Japan. It's not the case in America and elsewhere, as it comes with like a gold cart kind of decoration type of thing, plus physical version of the game, some pins and some postcards and stuff. And actually, that is the game I have been playing quite a bit of here recently, Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. I'm going to go ahead and throw up some footage here as well. So yeah, I just rolled the credits on this thing just yesterday, believe it or not. So if you don't know, I know some of you guys out there that listen to the show, you have been playing. Balls, I know, has been playing, and maybe a couple of other guys out there as well. So yeah, 13 games on here, like 150, 250, a lot of challenges for you to do. And I think at first glance, a lot of people might think like, oh man, this is just Famicom/NES Remix. This is an extension of that, but I think that's way far from the truth, because this is mainly just focusing on speed running. You're just doing a bunch of speed runs of these old NES games, and yeah, and it's pretty fun. The challenges themselves can take anywhere from like 2 seconds to like 8 to 10 minutes or something like that, depending on what they are and depending on the game. Yeah, I haven't got A ranks. I've got A ranks on everything except like 2 missions, one from Metroid and one from something else, Kid Icarus. Like Ty. So man, I don't know about you, but some of those classic NES games, particularly like Ice Climber, the original Metroid, Kid Icarus, I'm not really like a huge fan of those games, to be perfectly honest with you. How about you, man?
I like them.
Okay. Well, like for me, for like Ice Climber, in particular Ice Climber, you're jumping to ledges. I like the idea of it, but the gameplay stuff can be a little finicky, I think. Kind of, looks like you hit a ledge to jump on and you just like literally fall through it because you were like just a centimeter or whatever, a millimeter away from where you needed to be, which I find a little bit annoying. I think Metroid can be a little bit finicky too. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a baby.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, with the challenges here in this game in NES Championship Edition or Nintendo World Championship chips, things aren't so hard where they're impossible. I think a lot of the things are very doable. It's just a matter of trying over and over again. And it's not bad at all. A message here from Balls here. So that Final Kid Icarus challenge is really difficult. That was always my most frustrating game as a kid. Yeah, I can understand that. So that's the thing too. Like some of these games that Nintendo like touts says, like really like these classics that a lot of people have known for a long time. Like for me, NES was Mario Brothers and some other third-party games and stuff like that. I didn't play a lot of other first-party Nintendo games. My parents wouldn't get me Zelda. I didn't even know what an Ice Climber was. Balloon Fight, I never played that. Some of these games, Excite Bike's another one I never played as well. But and in terms of like features and stuff, like right now, if you're watching a video version, there are like online competitions that you can do, and it's not simultaneous online. It's basically kind of you're competing against scores of other people. And I believe there's 5 that pop up every week, and you just try. You have a chance to do your best and see where you can rank. The ranking stuff's actually really cool because it ranks. It ranks like your overall ranking, and then it also ranks like where you fall in like your birth year and stuff like that, which is really interesting. So you can kind of see that. You can see replays of the best people, which is actually really nice too. Like one I just showed up on the screen right now. It's getting the mushroom in Mario Brothers 3. This dude does it in like a ridiculously short amount of time, stuff like this. So it's kind of cool because you can actually see this stuff and get tips on how to get better at your time and stuff like that. So that's actually really cool. And yeah, it is interesting too. Like I said, seeing where you fall within your birth year versus like where you fall just overall too, which is really cool. So yeah, there's some really cool little extra features that they add on here that I think make it so it might inspire you to keep coming back like every week to give it a go. So yeah, because I mean, I think overall in terms of just gameplay with what I've got to at this point, I think I've sunk in just a little over 10 hours or so. So, I mean, if you're just looking to play this game by yourself and don't do any of that online type of connectivity stuff, yeah, I mean, you can be done with this pretty quickly. But if you want to, get involved with that, you still do have some options. Multiplayer is also another thing you could do here too, with up to 8 people locally. I got to try this out with one of my buddies just yesterday. He was over here, and I busted out the Famicom controllers for the Switch, and we were playing just like one-on-one, head-to-head. It's really cool because what they do, you can choose individual games yourself, or they have like these little collections that you can just play. So nice. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Like it's kind of themed, like there's a Mario theme, the themes for other things, Zelda, whatever, what have you. But just to break in here for a second, JC's here. What's going on, man?
Yeah, let me know when you're starting the podcast, yeah?
Okay, yeah. Hold tight.
Cool.
Yeah,
I was watching this thing on
speedrunners now.
Right.
I was just watching YouTube and I saw this podcast pop up. I thought, oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So I'll tell you when we get started.
Cool.
No, but
so we're talking about Star Wars baseball?
Yeah, exactly, because you can see it in the video right here too. No, but another thing that you can do on a weekly basis as well is something called survival mode. There are 2 kind of like levels to it. There's a silver medal thing or silver cup, and then like a gold cup. I honestly don't see much of a difference because I think I don't know, they're both relatively easy. It didn't take me too long to do it, but what's cool is you're facing ghost times of 7 other players, so 8 players total, including yourself. And in the first round, when there's 8, top 4, basically it keeps having the things. Top 4 can go on to the next round. And in round 2, you have 4 people, so the top 2 go to the next. And then in round 3, it's just whoever wins. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And again, it's kind of a way to try to keep players coming back on like a weekly basis. Just check out the game, just briefly and stuff like that. So
this gives me an idea for a game, actually, Danny. Like,
yeah,
what you could do is have like 25 or maybe 35 players playing Mario at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds crazy. Just bear with me. They're all playing at the same time, and it's online.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
James, I don't know, man. That sounds like something that might work for a few months, and they might just have to cut it off. I don't know, man.
Fair enough. Get rid of it.
Yeah, throw it in the trash. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so I think one of the smart things that Nintendo does, because I mean, we've as Nintendo fans, it can be easy to rip on Nintendo for being bad at online because they can be in some cases. But I think with this online not being direct, you're not directly connected to people while you're playing. That really makes it so there are absolutely no issues with the games because of it. So you have a pretty
no
smooth
need to
experience.
Understand and implement rollback netcode.
Exactly. I mean, so with Nintendo, I mean, hey, this type of stuff is good. So, you know, as a fan, you can actually have, you know, a nice online experience.
So you're just playing other people's replays, basically.
Kind of their ghost times. I'm not sure how it's done. I mean, maybe it's submitted somehow. I'm not sure. It's kind of, I bet somebody out there knows how it's done. It might have been explained. I might have just missed out. Like I said, I've been gone for a week.
Nintendo have been doing download ghost data since the DS.
Sure.
You can download other people's ghosts, so it's nothing new, isn't it?
Yeah. One more comment from Balls in the chat. It says, yeah, nuke ice climbers from orbit. Awful game, awful characters. Okay.
Ice climbers?
Get wobbled.
What is that? I don't know what that is, Danny. I live in Japan, so I've never heard of ice climbers.
Okay. Actually, it is called ice climber everywhere. Even
ice climber. Okay, now you're talking.
Singular.
Singular in every region, actually. So
except for Smash, right? Smash, they're ice climbers.
Well, probably because there's two of them. That's probably the name of the characters. But no, I thought they actually had names.
Oh, the game. Right. The game is Ice Climber. Okay, makes sense. But the characters are Ice Climbers. Yeah, I believe the Japanese version of Smash nukes the S.
Yeah, of course it does. It's a Luigi Mansion situation, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, I think with Nintendo World Championships, I have been enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun. I'm working on a review. I got a bunch of video footage. I just got to put some stuff together. So if you want my final thoughts on that, look forward to that in the next days, weeks, months, whenever I get it done. So, but yeah, other than that, like I said, I've been playing a little bit with Star Wars Hunters. This new season passes out. I'm not going to talk about this for very long. I did buy the new season pass for season 2, just like last night. Played for over 40 hours season 1. We'll see how it goes season 2. Might have just wasted a lot of money. But yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Well, you know, I figure 40 hours in a game that's free. I don't mind paying a little bit of money because it's like I'm getting something out of it. It's fine. Anyway, let's go ahead. What's that?
How much so far? Total
hours?
No.
Money? 4,500, I think.
$45,000. Got it.
$45,000. So like, I don't know. Wow, $35 or something like that. So yeah.
All right then. Fair enough.
All right. Well, now that James is here, let's go ahead and pass things over to him.
Oh, have we already done Dead by Daylight or something?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
You're good to go.
You missed all of it.
You did.
But there's 2v8 mode. Play now.
I'll go back and watch the YouTube version later.
Right.
What am I talking about?
We're live.
Yeah. Again, Danny, let me know when we're going live. Yeah.
We're live now. Actually, just now.
All right. Fair enough. So I was browsing the eShop and there was a brand new demo game. Well, the game, and then also there was a demo for the brand new game. So I thought I'd check it out. Good, looked all right. It's called Trinity Fusion.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of looked like a Metroid game.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that looks pretty cool. And watched the trailer of it. I think that's what we're watching now.
Mm-hmm.
Looked very slick, very Metroid-y. It had an air dash, kind of laser sight pointing thing, double jump, all that kind of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it is very, very much like when I was playing it, I was like, oh, right, yeah. Metroid Fusion is a thing, isn't it?
Right.
Like if this came out, 5 years ago, it'd be like, oh shit, Nintendo has to make a Metroid game like this. It's fucking amazing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, Nintendo already did that, and they did it very, very well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is that.
Okay.
But it was funny because like it has a whole bunch of story nonsense at the beginning, which I just kind of like yawned and mashed through. It's like, yeah, the multiverse is like next. And then but it did actually play into it a little bit. So like I don't know how long the demo is, but like you can play for quite a long time. It doesn't seem to be any timer, so I'm not sure when it cuts you off. But like I was playing for a while, and I got to this room where I was fighting a whole bunch of really difficult bosses, and it was like boss after boss after boss. I was like, holy shit, am I really supposed to kill all these people? And I died, and then I kind of got spawned into another character. I was like, oh, okay, that was probably a planned, it was a death room basically. You were supposed to die to go into the next part of the story, kind of thing. But then when I died with that second character, I went to this kind of like hub world where there's like loads of guys saying like, if you give me 50 doodads, I'll upgrade your armor. And I was like, oh shit, this is a roguelike game. I didn't even realize.
Okay.
So like you were supposed to die because you're supposed to, upgrade your shit and go back in and do it again.
Sure. Okay.
The multiverse is just kind of like, the multiverse story thing is just a kind of
an explanation of why that is,
exactly.
or something. Hey, well, that's kind of cool.
But it is actually kind of cool though. The story, is kind of interesting. It was like, different multiverses have different takes on life and stuff like that. And there's like a super high-tech one, and there's like more traditional one, but then they all get taken over by this really big bad, so they have to kind of collaborate together and kind of save the whole universe or whatever. It was kind of an interesting story, but yeah, that's not really what I was interested in. Sure. But the controls are really good, very very slick. They've obviously played Metroid Dread and said, yeah, let's do that. You've got like weapons. You find weapons, and you have to choose like either to pick that one up or keep the one you have. It's kind of like an A or B kind of option. Sometimes an A, B, or C option. And you have a sword actually, which reminds me of that game, Ty. Jesus Christ, the Super Metal fucking action game when you got a sword and a gun.
I was gonna say Strider, but
oh yeah, more modern
too.
More modern than that.
Devil May Cry.
No. It's a 2D game.
That starts with the V.
Valfaris. Yes,
Valfaris.
Thank you.
Yeah,
got there. Go in there. And
yeah,
it is kind of like that Valfaris because you do have a sword, and a gun. But one of the characters has two kinds of sword, so it's not always like that. Valfaris, you always had a sword and you always had a gun.
Okay.
But yeah, this one, I guess it depends on the character.
Air dashes, let's go.
Yeah, air dashes, very, very well done. Double jump, air dashes, wall climbs, all that kind of good stuff. I played both. They were both female characters that I played. The one that you start off with, and then the second one I died and got put into the body of another girl. It was also a girl. The second girl had two different swords. It was like a kind of a more quick, maybe more of like an electric whip kind of sword, and then there was like a really heavy sword, which like had like a huge kind of build up, before it slammed down on the ground, which felt pretty cool. And the other girl had like she had a gun. You started off with one that you could actually hold down the button and use a laser sight and then release to fire. But then I picked up another gun, and it was like just a kind of more like a shotgun kind of thing, and you couldn't do that. So unlike Metroid, you can't use that laser sight with all the weapons. It seems to be restricted to certain weapons.
Okay.
Yeah, and then several kinds of sword and stuff like that as well. And yeah, there's a dash, and there's also a slide. Obviously you press down, and the slide button, and you slide under stuff. I'm trying to think if there are any moves that Metroid moves that it doesn't have. From this trailer, it looks like there are kind of timing based things, kind of like similar to Metroid. I didn't encounter any of those.
Okay.
Maybe that's a little bit later on. Yeah, it came out 1st of August, so yeah, literally
wow.
like 5 days ago.
Yeah.
So I would say, try the demo. I actually don't know how much this is because I just like I said, I just played the demo. But
Lemonade brings up a good point. Can you crawl?
No.
Wow. Why not?
Neither can Metroid. So
Why can't Trinity crawl?
Yes. Wow. Good one.
It's funny because just above that comment, Ball says awful game characters. But he's not talking about this game.
No,
he's talking about Ice Climbers.
Right, exactly. I mean, but hey, you can't crawl. It's like, well, awful game, awful characters. It fits.
Yep. So it is, like I said, it is a roguelike game, which is actually, it's kind of funny because the next game I'm going to talk about is also kind of not a traditional kind of game. So this actually came out like maybe on PC a couple of years ago. Or Steam. Yeah, it got like a 9 out. The Steam rating is 9 out of 10. Metacritic. 9 out of 10. Metacritic gives it a 75. But it looks like there's a Steam sale on at the moment. But I don't know why the Switch version took 2 years to come out.
Sometimes that's just the way it goes. Who knows why?
Well, it's right at the end of December 2022. So if this was like in the FAMIs, it would be like one of those. It released too late in 2022, so let's give it a shot in 2023 games because it was right at the end. But yeah, I would say definitely check out the demo if you like Metroid, if you like Metroid Fusion especially. Sorry, Metroid Dread. Well, if you like Metroid Fusion, Fusion
Trinity Fusion, Trinity Dread, whatever, same thing.
I think that's what I did because I think that's what they're going for, isn't it? Like Trinity Fusion. Yeah, Metroid Dread. Sorry, have I been saying Metroid?
You said it once. You only said it once. Okay, so you're good, man. I think
I was saying Metroid without any kind of suffix.
You did say Dread several times. You only said Fusion or Metroid Fusion once, and I was like, really? Okay.
Yeah, and Metroid Dread Ty is one of those games that Ty would really, really like, but will never play, which is a shame because it's really hard. It's really good.
It's not that hard. I mean, it's challenging.
Well, no, that they added like expert mode, right?
Oh, right. Oh,
so there's yeah, and that's a really, really, really good game.
Sure.
So yeah, the other game I played. So I was talking to Danny just before the show because I asked him to do a little bit of research because this is kind of like a little bit of Famicast Historia. We're not going to do that again. Another 10 episodes of Famicast history. No, we're not doing that.
Wait a couple of years.
Episode 10 of 8, right, Danny?
Right. Yes, my favorite.
Yeah, so Denpa Men. So which is originally it was a paid 3DS eShop game, right?
Yep. Like 800 yen came out in February 2012. Japan first. So
yeah, obviously. It was one of those games where it was like the perfect Famicast game. It's like, yo, this is never coming out anywhere else. It's so Japanese. Like even the name, like Denpa Men, like how are you going to fucking translate that? Like electric wave men?
Yeah, like, the original Japanese name was Denpa Ningen.
Denpa Ningen. Yeah.
Ningen just means person or people.
Human.
Yeah.
Human. Now that's a name I can trust.
Yeah. So I mean, it was interesting about that 3DS release too, because one article I just saw over on Nintendo World Report that I wrote. Apparently, that the Denpa Men was the first digital 3DS game to get a demo, which is kind of wild. And if you think about it too, because I mean, the 3DS eShop opened up in June 2011.
Oh yeah, limited demos, baby.
Yep. So I mean, there was that, but I mean, I think up to that point, none of the digital releases apparently had them, at least according to my news story. So I'm pretty sure I was probably right, because otherwise they wouldn't have ran the story. So yeah, that was interesting. And then, like I said too, it came out in February 2012, and then there were several other ones that came out within a pretty short time frame. And I was talking to James too, just like we were chatting via text or whatever, and I ran into like one of the guys that was responsible for publishing it or something like that, part of that team. He reached out to like us at NWR and like the Famicast stuff about that, and I met up with the guy and talk to him about it and stuff. That was kind of interesting. Very
Sounds
early.
sensual.
Yeah, very sensual and violent, yeah, but not violent. But yeah, yeah. Anyways,
there's also a very cringy video of me talking to a Denpa Ningen free when they made that free version. And I was kind of interrogating this girl for about 20 minutes, asking her how much it was.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Yeah.
What can I say? I'm an asshole.
Well,
that was my job at NWR. I was officially the trolley asshole, and that was part of my my job description at the time.
Right. I wasn't going to go there, but okay.
So, yeah, Denpa, yeah. So anyway, yes, there's a Switch version. We didn't get onto that. When did they announce this Switch version?
Shit, it must have been at the Direct, maybe the June Direct. I'm not sure.
It was just like a shadow drop, wasn't it? Like, boom, it's out.
Or no, like I said, I think they announced it at one of the Directs, but yeah.
Okay. So it's free. So like I said, like Danny said, it wasn't free. There was a demo.
Yeah,
I think still to this day, I think Danny is so traumatized by the 3DS. To this day, Danny always says it's a free demo. There's a free demo available.
Do I? Oh man.
Yeah, you still say that.
Wow.
Because
okay.
It's like
shit.
I don't know. The 3DS kind of like traumatized you, destroyed your brain. It's like demos are supposed to be free and they're not supposed to have limits on.
Good point.
Nintendo did that. Yeah, no one else does that.
Ruined my brain. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
several other things too, but
So yeah, this is free and it's not a demo. So yeah, I think with the original 3DS one, like you were actually using the AR camera, right, Danny? Like in the real world, and you were capturing, these little guys in your room coming from your Wi-Fi router or whatever.
Right.
When you're trying to play Smash on Wii U and you with your Wi-Fi, yeah.
Exactly, or Wii.
And you capture the little men. And then I never played the 3DS version, but I've seen enough videos and screenshots of it.
Sure,
but like
I did not read my set of impressions that I had on the Nintendo World Report, but I wrote something up back in February 2012.
Is it an RPG, like a very basic RPG?
Yeah, it is, because you're collecting these little guys and sending them out to fight. I mean, it's probably I'd imagine it hasn't changed much since. I mean, at its core,
Yeah. So the cool thing is, came out July 22nd. There it is. The cool thing is, like, this really did give me vibes of the what was it called? Was it called Me Quest? Plaza Street Pass Quest?
Sure.
Is that right?
Maybe.
I think it was called like Surichigai Tsushin.
Yeah.
Was it Quest? Did they call it Quest in Japan? I can't remember. But the European one was this was the time when Nintendo of Europe always directly translated the Japanese names. So it was literally called Street Pass Quest. And then the Americans just go absolutely mental and localize it to something very strange and very American. I think it was called like Find Me or something.
Maybe that was one of them.
It was something like that. There's so many like trolly episodes of the Famicast of me making fun of all the Street Pass games that got localized, and this reminds me of the Quest game, the Street Pass Quest game. Yeah. So like you have these cute little characters. I mean, on the 3DS Street Pass game, it was actually the people that you Street Passed, right?
Right.
And depending on what color T-shirt they were wearing would determine their power, their skill. I think like
sounds
red.
familiar, yeah.
Red T-shirt was fire proof, and blue was water. All that kind of stuff. And you would fight monsters that a fire monster. But if a fire monster attacked the guy with a red T-shirt, he'd be all right. It is like that, but like you capturing the men, the Denpa Men, just by, well, you can actually put gyro on and you can move your Pro Controller around, or you can actually pick up your Switch and move your Switch around and capture them.
Sure.
But because it's not using the camera, it's just like you're in a void. I think you can probably see some of that. For the people watching the video version, there's a kind of a room where it's just like a blue void and you're just capturing these men, Denpa Men. And then you can then take those guys and into a kind of I think it's a randomly generated, cave kind of dungeon type thing. And so the first time I went in, there was like one mission I could go on, and you're going through, you're opening chests, and you're finding new pieces of armor, and then you can equip the armor. When you're in the dungeon, you can equip armor. You can some of the, I guess it's random or depends on what guy you captured, but like some of them can heal, some of them can revive. Those are the two kind of magic powers that my guys had anyway. Two guys didn't have anything. And I believe that, the amount of defense and attack are kind of randomized, or I don't know, determined by something, or maybe it was just random. Who knows?
It might be.
And yeah, I was doing really well. I collected quite a few, potions and T-shirts and hats and all these kind of stuff. And my guys were kind of like, pretty. By the end of the first dungeon, I was playing it for maybe about 15, 20 minutes. I got to this big metallic T-Rex boss, which breathes fire. And I got absolutely destroyed. It just kind of went and burnt all 4 of my guys, and then they all died. And then the guy who could revive died first.
Perfect.
So he couldn't revive anyone.
Good. Great.
I was like, and then it said like, because I was playing with my UK profile, it was like, would you like to spend 89p to buy some fucking jewels? And I was like,
would you?
I will not. So yeah, I quit out of that. I said, are you sure you want to quit? You're going to lose all those items that you just got and all the armor that you just picked up. Are you sure you're going to sure you want to do that? And I was like, yes, I am sure. I'm not going to pay money for a fucking jewel.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was like, okay, now I get it. So I'll be more I'll be more careful with the armor that I'm wearing. I'll try to find a fireproof armor now that I know this dragon is fucking breathing fire at me.
Sure.
I'll be more careful about, defending the guy who can revive and all that kind of stuff, right? So I went in there again, and I kind of like went around a lot of enemies. It's like, okay, I don't need to do that. I know that doesn't really give me anything. And I just kind of made a beeline straight for the boss. Not straight for the boss, but like, I picked up a fireproof T-shirt and another kind of stronger T-shirt, and I kind of made sure my healer and my reviver were both like strong, and they had good armor and everything. And and I beat the boss the second time. Didn't need to pay anything.
Cool.
So it is possible. It's not like it's not pay to win.
Sure.
If you are selective, if you're tactical, you can win without paying anything. I'm sure that it's going to get much harder, and the bosses are going to get much harder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as long as you plan it and you think about it, you can get away with it. So from the trailer, I kind of rewatched the trailer because I think I must have glossed over it in the direct, or just completely went out of my mind. So I rewatched the trailer. I was like, okay, let's see what other things you can do in this game, because they're obviously going to show all the coolest stuff in the trailer, right?
Right.
And the little island which I've got like the Denpa Men have a tower, like a satellite tower, which is where you capture them in. And then after I beat the first boss, it opened a store, and inside the store you could buy like armor. You could pay real money for some jewels. Sure. But you didn't have to. Other items were you could just use in-game currency.
Sure.
So I have two stores in my little island, but in the trailer they had like dozens of houses and things and people running all over the place. It was like a hugely populated town. So I think that's the loop. That's the grind.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, capturing these guys, getting credit, getting stuff, getting items, selling it, getting more money to buy other stuff, and then opening new stores and that kind of thing.
Right.
And it did have a timer, which when it ran out, it kind of reset and went back to I don't know, 50 minutes or something like that. I thought it was going to close the game after 50 minutes. I didn't really understand. But there was a timer on it. I was like, okay, because I was ready to quit at that time. I was like, okay, I'll just let it go to 0. And it went to 0, and then it went back up to 50. And I was like, okay.
It's got to be resetting something. I'm not.
Yeah, it's got to be
all those. Yeah, all those free games do like that type of stuff. It's for some reason
it reset, but then there was like a 1 next to it. So it's like, I don't know what that means.
Gain
anyway.
1 crystal, or in only 5,000 more of these before you can buy, you know, a lamp for your house.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice, a lamp.
Yeah. By the way, James, while you were talking, Hi Tani, he kind of came in here and back to the 3DS stuff. He said, "Find Me was Street Pass Quest." Yes, he said, "Yeah, I played those so much back in the day." And also, hi, and Balls is here too, and he said, "I wonder what happened to all the Denpa women." Good question. Inquiring minds would like to know. It's as Balls and maybe a lot of us here on the show as well. I'm just a Denpa women, excuse me, in a Denpa man world. It's hard for us. Yeah, I think so too.
Exactly. Balls has just reminded me of another American localization, one of my favorites. I mean, I'm literally quoting from a previous episode of the Famicast here, probably like episode 8 or 9 or something. No, it was probably later than that, because
9 was called wine when we talked about Denpa.
Yeah, I think that was a one on my mind, because Street Pass Zombies. Japanese one was literally Suzuchigai Zombie,
yeah,
and then the European one was Street Pass Zombies. They added the S.
How dare!
And the American one was Battleground Z.
That was already like a game.
I fucking love that. I fucking love that one. And they were all like that.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where I actually got good at guessing what the American translate. I actually got one of them right without even looking. I was like, American's going to call it like something like Battleground Z or some shit like that. And it was. I was like, what?
Nice.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
hey, give him credit for creativity, I suppose. You know, it's like the guys don't have to do this, and they're like, we're gonna do it anyway. It's all right, man. Go for it.
Yeah, I think they both, NOA and NOE were both. They went in totally opposite directions.
Sure. I mean, you know,
neither of them were good.
Well, NOE, I mean, they're not just worrying about, you know, the UK, they're also worrying about all sorts of other regions. Maybe just for simplicity's sake, they just try to keep it to the Japanese one. America, it's just like, yo, we could do whatever we want. We're a big market, mainly English speaking. You know, we got some Spanish speakers or, you know, French speakers, but who cares?
Keep it simple, man.
Yeah.
Could be understood by a lot more people.
Right.
So it was very very nostalgic playing this Denpa Men game, even though, you know, I never actually owned the original, never played any other version, but just like, you know, thinking back to Famicast of yore. Yeah. And it was good times.
Yeah. Again, like you guys out there, if you want to listen to us talk about that on old school Famicast, it's all of our old episodes are still up on NWR, or you can check that out on like our old feed, which is
Famicast Archives.
Yeah, Famicast Archives is what it's called. You can just go to Nintendo World Report and just look for the Famicast episode 9. I forgot the title. I sent it to James earlier. But anyways, check it out if you want to know that it's me, James, and Don on the show that time talking about that. I think that was because, Ty, you started coming on maybe right after that TGS. I think TGS 2012 is when you started coming on the show. Yeah.
It was called Oni Brain.
Oni Brain. Okay.
I guess we were talking about that brain training game.
Oh yeah, God.
Yeah. But it was good times. We went hard on the life in Japan angle in the earlier episodes. Good times. But yeah, if you go to your favorite podcasting service of choice and just search Famicast, the first one you'll see is this feed, but then there'll be one under it that'll say Famicast Archives with the old artwork on.
Yep.
And that's you can listen to the first 100 episodes, right? 100.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. 0. No, wait. Yeah.
Well, maybe a couple more because of some specials or something. 100-ish episodes of the show. So
exactly. Up to episode 100.
Yes, there you go. There it is. There it is.
Just kind of skip over what happened in the middle of that. So it's free. In case I didn't say that enough times. It's called the new Denpa Men free.
Yep,
nailed it. May getting the words in the wrong order.
No,
but
I'm pretty sure that's the order. If not, those words are somewhere in the title of the game. So,
Men Denpa the free. Rearrange those words.
I think that's right.
So yeah, there it is. Available now.
You're welcome. Okay, cool. Well, with that, that's going to do it for new business. So let's go ahead and move on to just a little bit of now playing at thefamicast.com. Now playing at famicast.com, lots of stuff going up on YouTube, Patreon, the website, all sorts of stuff. And we're going to tell you just a little bit about that. First up, I did something I'd put up for the patrons quite a while ago. There is I put up a retro review for Mario Tennis on the Game Boy Color. If you wanted to hear some thoughts on an old game that you can actually play right now on Nintendo Switch online, well, you can listen and check out my review. It's an awesome game. We talked about it on the podcast before too. It's still great. I highly recommend it. At least check out my video if you're so inclined to do such things. Really fun game. Something you should take a look at. Yeah, I'm also, just in terms of like video stuff, I'm also still working on something for Power Pro Baseball 2024-25. Hopefully get something out, like a review about that, maybe in the next week or two. It just kind of depends on how fast I do things. Again, I think everybody listening to the podcast knows this, but sometimes comments on YouTube think this is like, our job. It's not.
It is?
So, yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah, it would be. Well, I mean, if you like living in a cardboard box outside, yes. But
I does.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
he's got enough
to
of
live in a cardboard box inside.
Right.
Good enough for Ty. It's good enough for me.
Well, for patrons, there's a couple of different things coming up that I wanted to let you guys know about. We do have Famicast Game Night coming up this month. I just made a post about that over on the Patreon site. Basically, we're kind of shooting towards the latter part of August, maybe either the 24th or 30th. We've already had one response saying the 30th works better. So if you're a patron, just let us know when you'd want to play some games with us. We can work out what we're going to play, all that type of stuff. If you don't support us on Patreon, hey, if you like what we do, consider it. For $3 a month, you can get access to a ton of like podcasts, all sorts of different content and stuff like that. Yeah. If you don't want to do that, that's fine too. Leave thumbs up on videos and whatever, all that type of stuff. That's cool too. Then, yeah, I made also an update post for August 2024. Check that out if you want to know the latest updates for the Patreon. But, yeah, and then, yeah, just regular JAPANews and stuff on the website. And, yeah, all this and more. That's right.
That was a good one.
It was. And speaking of good ones, we got some good ones coming up here. Let's go with Ty. What's coming up?
Me?
Dude? Yes.
Oh God. Oh no.
God,
oh no. It's happening.
It is.
It's happening.
That's right. James, can you confirm or what? No?
I don't like it when you ask Ty and then you ask me, because he's like I'm just going to suddenly say JAPANews.
That's right.
On cue or something like that. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I know. Well, maybe next time. We'll see how it goes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, folks, it's time for the JAPANews, time of the show. We talk about the latest and greatest comings and goings of news in Japan. Put the crown on your head. The king's over there. But yeah, a couple of different things we're going to talk about today. The first one I thought was pretty cool, something that just dropped yesterday. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, within the past 24 hours, there was a new trailer for The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Now, in the West, there was one trailer titled Traversing Hyrule, and this hit like Nintendo social media, YouTube, all that type of stuff. This gave gamers basically a closer look at kind of like the world and the places that you'll be traversing. But in Japan, they put out two trailers, one of which was pretty much exactly the same as what people got in English-speaking territories. But they also had another trailer that had a look at some of the items that you'll be that you can turn stuff into. I'll go ahead and start just kind of show that up here right now. I combined them and put them into one video so we can see that here. And honestly, the beginning of the trailer, it's just like the very first part that we saw in the not E3, the June Nintendo Direct trailer, so you can see like kind of the intro of that. But yeah, okay, so just not even talking about differences or anything like that. These trailers, or the one trailer, even the one that came out of English-speaking territories, this gives a pretty good look at what we can expect from the game world, which I wasn't even really expecting them to even share as much as what they did, but they shared quite a bit of stuff, locations, races that you'll come across, and stuff like that. So I was actually pretty impressed. And James, I know
this is the original trailer, right, Dan?
It is, but it was tied in at the beginning of one of the trailers. So yes, like the new stuff's coming. But I was really pleasantly surprised by a lot of the stuff that they'd shown, because a lot of it is almost like stuff came out straight out of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but just in this cuter style. Yeah, which, absolutely, yeah, because that was awesome. Because man, you think about this art style. This was something that was used in the remake of Link's Awakening, which was a world that we had known as Nintendo fans since for like 30 years at this point. So it's cool to see that this is, of course, like a brand new world, more or less, or at least a reimagined version of something that we've seen semi recently, just in a completely different style. So
James is called Tori.
Tori.
Yeah. What's the English one called?
Like try.
Oh,
I think.
but now we know the Japanese pronunciation. Shouldn't it be tree?
Right, but it's
right. Weird.
Yeah, it's
not. So yeah, it's got the Ultra Hand.
Yes,
from Breath of no, sorry, not Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom.
Right.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. The Ultra Hand, and also we already knew about auto build, because that's the whole fucking game, is like magically building things. But then it doesn't have the so the time reversal. My mind's blanking on what the time reversal thing is called in Tears of the Kingdom now. What the hell is it called? It's not rewind, is it?
No, whatever.
Whatever. That it's kind of like, it's not really that, but like, so the tether that comes out and lets you kind of move things around, like the Ultra Hand equivalent.
Yeah.
So in the trailer, it showed Zelda going up to a huge rock and then tethering herself to it, and then when she moved, the rock moved like in the same kind of the same speed, or at the same distance that she picked it up at. Like it stays locked. It stays locked at that exact distance.
Right.
So obviously, if you hookshot with this kind of line thing from far away, it will stay that far away the whole time.
Right.
Maybe there are because there was some kind of like pop-up things like saying L and R did certain stuff when you do that. Maybe you can reduce the distance between you and the object. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But then the other one, there was a kind of like a reverse loop. So like it's similar to the time reversal thing in Tears of the Kingdom. So in Tears of the Kingdom, you would kind of like highlight an object and then push A, and then that object would go back in time, right?
Sure.
Which, the most obvious use for was the blocks that fell from the sky, and then you would climb on the box and then use the time reversal, and the box would raise back up into the sky, and then so would you.
Right.
So it's kind of like similar to that, but like you've always got this kind of line attached to it.
Yeah.
And in the trailer, she was kind of attaching herself to like a spider, which had just climbed down from a cliff.
And that should come up here at some point. But
yeah, and then she attached the line to the spider and then hit something, and then the spider went, reversed back up the cliff, and then so did she. So that's kind of another way of kind of traversing kind of thing.
Right.
So yeah, it is interesting how they've got now 3 Tears of the Kingdom moves in this game, but like slightly different spin on it, but
sure,
pretty much that's what it is.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting. Oh yeah, and well, Game Explained did a in the usual way, did like an hour-long documentary on like a 3-second trailer.
Right.
Good luck to them.
Right.
But they did discover. I mean, it might be of interest to Ty. Like this map seems to be based on the Link to the Past map, but it's kind of like it's a huge expansion of it. So like what was the lowest, the bottom left part of Link to the Past, Ty? My mind is blanking. The lower left part of Link to the Past map, which
the desert.
The desert, yes. And then there was like the swamp was like in the middle, right? Like middle south. The swampland kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like that is in this game, but then there's like way more below it. So it's kind of like, so Link to the Past map is kind of like a starter for it, and then it's kind of like expanded out. Yeah. Like if we stop it here. Well, oh no.
I'm trying to
if Danny stopped it on the map.
No, I just missed it.
It's okay.
Press pause. It'll be coming through.
It'll come into it in a minute. Like you I mean, I'm sure Ty will recognize the map when he sees it. Like there are very obvious kind of like landmarks that you see. It's like, oh yeah, that's from Link to the Past, Wait, did we go past it again, Danny?
It might have fucking went past.
I don't think you rewound it.
I did.
Enough. Oh yeah, Danny went on to the horse bit. We'll talk about that in a second. So yeah, the swamp, for example, like there's those 4. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yep.
So yeah, the middle top part of the map now, those kind of like 9 posts with the water in the middle. That's very recognizable from Link to the Past, right?
Right.
And Link's house is like just at the top there, right?
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. But as you can see, like way more below now, right? And it looks like it goes even further as well. They're obviously not showing us everything right now, right?
Right.
So it's just so that's going to be interesting because we've already had a retake of the Link to the Past with literally Link to the Past 2,
right,
on the 3DS, right? So it's good that they're kind of expanding on it and not just doing it again, and adding stuff like the things from Zelda games that we've had since Link to the Past. Adding in deco scribs and horses and stuff like that.
Even it's cool seeing Gorons in this
Gorons
art style too, and the different types of Zora that they have, the river Zora and the ocean Zora. And then it's cute, laying down a carrot and then that calls your horse to come by. That's awesome. Just kind of cute little things like that. It's really
2 kinds of horses, isn't it?
Yeah, there's the white one and then the brown one. So it's like
Yeah, these deco scribs are actually merchants in this game.
You can make smoothies is what they're saying, and with a bunch of different stuff you can make items. Like there are different outfits that you can have for Zelda too, which is cool. There's a lot of stuff that you can do here that you couldn't really do in Link's Awakening and obviously Link to the Past and stuff like that. Here it is. It's the
Sync.
Yeah.
SYNC. Sync.
Yeah.
Not SINK.
Right.
And a lot of the fruit and things that you eat seem to have other properties to them, like electric resistance, another kind of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom thing, fire resistance, that kind of stuff. So I don't know if there'll be like combining items, kind of like or what do they call it, fuse, right?
Right.
I'm not sure if they'll have fusing in this game, but they definitely have objects which have different properties, which is obviously a modern Zelda thing.
Right.
And then the trailer now they're showing picking up one of those spiny things, which is like a Mario enemy that they put into Link's Awakening, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then now into this game.
Yeah, and I really like the different things that you can do. Like just showed Zelda holding on to a bird with this sync ability and flying around and stuff like that. Like James said earlier, the spider.
Here's the spider thing. Right up the cliff.
Right. Like this stuff's really cool, really creative. So it's going to be interesting to see how it's all going to play out in the final build of the game. Like, you know, then another one like right here, you call this mole to dig a hole, you just dump an enemy down the hole with using it to grab them. That's great. So
what's really messing with my mind is that, you know, because this is using the, well, I'm assuming the Link's Awakening engine, the remake engine,
right?
But you can go on top of trees and on top of buildings and stuff like that. It's really just like, no, that doesn't make sense in my brain. It's like, how? No. Because it's all like not pre-rendered, but like you can't, it's all like invisible walls, right?
Sure.
In Link's Awakening, but now it's not. It's like, yeah, you can go on top of that tree, you can go around that house, you can go on the top of the roofs and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, it's cool. It's like, it's very easy to see how, you know, how much they've expanded on it, and I kind of like, it's not just a map editor. They've just got a map editor and made a new, you know, Link's Awakening remake game. It's not that. Yeah. It's obviously the whole engine is completely different. You know, having these, you know, these Tears of the Kingdom style moves in this, you know, traditionally a 2.5D over the top viewing game, isometric game. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, like Aonuma was saying with Tears of the Kingdom, it's like, yeah, it's you know, pretty much a similar engine, but they're just kind of doing a bunch of different things with the game, seeing what they can get away with the game, like physics and stuff like that. And it seems kind of like they're playing around with what else can we do here without actually breaking this thing in half. And it seems like they've kind of found a balance. And you know, when players actually get their hands on it, there are going to be things that are going on that, you know, obviously they didn't intend, but I mean, it shouldn't break the game. Typically, it's how Nintendo stuff goes, at least. So we'll see.
I'm a little bit worried about the engine holding up, though, because if you remember, Link's Awakening wasn't a locked 60. It was like targeting 60.
Yep.
It was 60 for most of the game.
No, you could even see
it wasn't.
No, you could even see it in the trailer. Like, I mean, obviously the trailer we showed here, there's a little bit of limitations with the way that we stream the show, so you can't see it in full high fidelity and stuff like that. But if you watch the trailers, or the trailer, the English one, you will see some chugging a little bit. Nothing that's like horrible, but you will see is like, wow, it's really smooth. And like, wow, that's not. This kind of happens. So
yeah,
it's just,
especially when you're saying like you can infinitely duplicate all these items. It's like, yeah, that's never going to end well.
Yeah.
If you can infinitely dupe stuff as part of the game, it's like, you know, people are going to try and break that shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there will be limits. Like, you know, you duplicate a bed, you know, 99 times, and then, you know, they're going to start disappearing.
Yeah.
But people are going to find ways to break it, like they did with, you know, Tears of the Kingdom.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
All part of the fun.
Anyways, like there are more trailers on the way, according to Nintendo. It's like I forgot what it is, but there are more trailers that they're going to be putting out, obviously, before the game comes out. Again, that comes out on September 26th. So look forward to that. We will be starting TGS on that day. So yeah, fun times.
Nintendo's going to be a TGS right there with Zelda.
Boom. Yeah, can't wait. Anyways, Ty, would you take the next story here? It's a little
certainly. Yeah, we got a Nintendo Switch summer sale. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, happening right now in Japan.
Yes.
so time to set up another account. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's see. There are a number of first and third party titles on offer with games anywhere from 20 to 75% off.
Wow.
Some games don't have English. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Momotaro Dentetsu.
Right.
Nice. Right. Yeah.
I'm sure that's English.
Oh yeah, right. Weekend as well. Sale ends August 18th.
Yeah, so there are quite a few, you know, first party games. Most first party games that are out on the Switch in Japan, they do have English, so that's not a big deal. I have a full list of every single game.
You got the list up. Nice.
Yeah. And
is that Natsumon game available in English? Now they have an English one?
Nope.
That's locked, yeah.
Yeah, a different publisher, I think, in the West. So that's no, it's the same publisher. I don't know why they don't add that on there, actually. But yeah, that Natsumon.
Too complicated, Danny.
Yeah, exactly. God.
They'd have to ask themselves if they're allowed to do it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there are a few things on here that are kind of weird. You know, Dragon Quest 11, Unicorn Overlord, Fit Boxing, Fists of the North Star. Sorry, those are Japanese only. But yeah, a lot of the stuff is, you know, has English.
That doesn't, Unicorn Overlord doesn't make any sense. There is
No,
an
it
English
doesn't.
version.
Yeah, so some of the stuff it's absolutely stupid. But yeah, like seriously, if you have a Japanese account and you have a way to get eShop credit for Japan, it's a really good way to save some bucks with a really favorable exchange rate. So yeah, if you're down on some first party games,
Dave the Diver.
Yeah, Dave the Diver's on here too.
I've played a lot of that in Nikkei.
Yeah, yeah.
The weirdest collaboration of the year besides Slipknot and Shin Megami Tensei.
That's weird.
Danny,
but
remind me of like Dragon Quest 11. Was it like the Japanese one was worse, right? Like it didn't have the orchestral music at first, or maybe that was the PlayStation 4 version.
That could have been the PlayStation 4.
The S version was the new improved one for Switch, right? But I think the English version has Japanese subtitles, but not voices.
No, it has. You can have Japanese voices, but you can't do Japanese text.
Right, and the Japanese one is Japanese only.
No, you can do English voices, but no English text.
Okay, the text is sacred.
It's stupid. I mean, it's different publishing too. Nintendo publish it everywhere else in the world. Square Enix publish it here. Square Enix is weird about publishing stuff sometimes, but yeah. Anyways, like there's some good games on sale if you're in the market for some stuff. Link's Awakening's on there as well. Check it out. Phoenix Wright.
Yo, if any of our listeners want me to go pick up some eShop funny money cards at the convenience store a block away, I'll do it. Just have PayPal.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not just gonna give it to you for free, guys.
Hit me up.
Yeah, cool.
DM me.
You can charge people DMs. Double now, Ty, right?
Right.
The
exchange rate.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure. This 5,000 yen card is 10,000 yen.
Mm-hmm. And Haitani brings up a good point here too. Something I think I linked up at some point. Don brought it up a couple episodes back, but there is an official website for Nintendo, like NCL stuff, where you can check what languages like physical Japanese games have, or stuff on the eShop. I think main big releases, not every eShop release, but no, it's great, and you can see a lot of different stuff. It's awesome. And Haitani said, I got it from Don. I have the link somewhere. I'll have to. It's somewhere, and maybe we'll put it up on the article or something like that. But anyways, great thing to have if you're buying stuff off of the Japanese eShop.
I like Muso games, Danny. Am I right?
Yeah. No, and again, like
all in English, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Nintendo's their listings on the eShop and their listings on their websites too are usually really good about saying what languages are there. Obviously, if you're checking the Japanese one, it's all in Japanese. So if you don't know, Eigo, like what the kanji is for that, you're kind of in trouble. But that was one of the first ones I think I learned that, and there's something for subtitles when I was buying DVDs back in the day.
I looked at the credits for the Denpa Men game, and it was all Japanese people, and the localization was done by maybe Malaysian people.
Oh, okay.
Like there were no white people names in that game whatsoever, and the game does feel a little bit Google Translate-y.
Okay.
Like it is very Japanese, and the voices, I forgot to mention this actually, it does have voice.
Okay.
Denpa Men. It's all Japanese. So like the text is in English, but if you listen carefully, it's very quiet. It's kind of like Animal Crossing style speaking.
Sure.
But like the text was saying thank you, and he was like, arigato. I was like, wait, they're speaking Japanese. I was like, and I started listening. It's like, holy shit, this game is entirely voiced in Japanese, but it's just very, very quiet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Also,
so if you want to learn Japanese, there you go.
Also, pro tip: Denpa means like signal, like wave signal and stuff like that too. So that's why I think the first game was called the Denpa Men. They came by wave or something like that.
Right. Yeah, that sounds like a European translation.
But anyways, actually, James, would you take the last little bit of news, just kind of a quick biter there?
All right, we'll do that then. Sure. Got to be Splatoon, isn't it? Yeah, Splatoon 3 crossover events are set to happen in 2 Nintendo games. What the hell?
Right.
later this week. The first one is Endless Ocean Luminous, one of Danny's games of the year, I think. Will be so it's going to focus on squids, octopuses, manta rays, and more. Okay. Oh, because that's the main new character, isn't it?
Right.
In Splatoon 3. This will kick off on Friday, August 9. That's like 3 days away at the time of recording, and run until Tuesday, August 20th. So just, it's not like specially branded like fish with like the Splatoon logo on the side of them or anything.
No, nothing like that. Unfortunately, it's just very much they in Endless Ocean they do have events and stuff like that, but it's not like what you would expect. Just themes as of like these are the type of fish that you can find.
And when you catch it, it goes like stay fresh.
Yes. No, it does not.
And the other game is, it's got to be Tetris 99, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Sir. Tetris 99 Maximus Cup will feature Splatoon 3. Wow, that's weird timing. It's been out for, what, like 2 years at this point? Right. The event will kick off on Friday, August 16th and run until the 20th. So, yeah, I might do that if I can get myself a free Splatoon skin. Yeah, sounds all right.
They made these themes a hell of a lot easier to get now, too. So, yeah, you can probably get it in a matter of probably less than 30 minutes.
Oh, this is the DLC?
Yep. So they
might is side order. Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, side order one.
Which is great. Yeah. The side order DLC was this year, right? So
yes.
I'll let them off with that one.
Right.
I'll be definitely doing that one. Sounds all right. Yep. Cool. Yeah. And the final. Well, we talked about the Splatfest next Splatfest, the bread rice pasta one, right?
Right.
But the last one is going to be like the 3 idols,
right?
Past, present, and future. Did we talk about that already?
Yes. No. But
the past is Callie and Marie from Splatoon 1.
Right.
Present, which doesn't make sense because it's not present, is Splatoon 2, Marina and Pearl, which are part of the DLC, the one that you just saw just then. The Tetris event has the Marina. Mm-hmm. And then future is the Splatoon 3, the new idol characters, Big Man, all those guys. So and there's going to be like a kind of a big collaborative music event in the game, where they all combine and sing together. Because during the Splatfest, if you have the DLC, you can actually go to the Splatoon 1 world if you want to, and Splatoon 2, so you can actually visit all 3 worlds. Right. And when you do that in the Splatfest, the Splatfest music from that game will play. So I'm not sure what they're going to do with this super collaborative thing, but in the trailer that I saw, they had this huge arena where all 3 were kind of combining. So it sounds like they're going to kind of maybe make a special area or something like that. I'm not really sure, but
speaking of special area, another comment from Balls. The Denpa Men, they came by asexual reproduction. Cool. Yes,
it's true.
There it is.
No Denpa girls.
Nope, no Denpa women.
Unfortunately, it just kind of split like amoebas.
That's how it goes. All right. Well,
amoebas.
Like amiibos. Yes.
All right. Denpa Men amiibos confirmed by Ty Sugar.
I think that is going to do it for the JAPANews. So let's move on to a little bit of anime trash from Ty.
All right, it's time to murder some boxes.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. To recap, every week I play UFO Catcher Trash online, and they send me the trash by mail.
Yes,
to my door. All right, so first box is from Toyoba. You can play Toyoba every day for free, one time.
Okay.
Worldwide, and it's really hard.
Yeah, and in the site article in the YouTube description, there are links to all of these different sites, like Thai, all these are available in Japan. If you don't live in Japan, you might. Anyway, Thai has something. What do you got?
I got a 2B noodle stopper.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not even that risque. Cool.
Right? I think I actually got this one for $0.
Nice.
Because I'm a champ. Yeah.
Because you paid in yen.
Yeah. I don't know. I could open it up. We could look at it from some different angles if you like.
I mean, we could. You got a lot of all those boxes back behind you empty? Like
these are all full. A couple on my left are empty. They're about to be full.
Okay.
So, like, my summer vacation project is to start trying to sell some of this junk online. So if you see any you want to buy, DM me.
All right.
Let's see. What do we got now? Molly Online.
All right.
Yeah, these guys do not ship to the U.S.
Okay.
But let's see.
Ones,
what did they?
Are these the ones
me?
with handwritten labels?
No, that's Tokyo Catch.
Okay. Sorry, it's kind of get a little bit these confused sometimes.
All right. Oh yes. First, I got this tiny little Uwu ReZero. Which one's RAM and which one's REM?
Dude,
I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys don't know the ReZero lore? I'm gonna open this up right away.
Yeah. James, I know James is really big into it.
Right?
Yes.
Somebody must be, since there's like 7,000 figures.
Right.
Look, it's so cute. I'm gonna put it next to my little Totoro on top of my computer here.
Balls has a comment here again. He says, looking a little tight in that closet that Ty lives in right now.
True. True. It's getting to be a real problem. All right. These are kind of stuck in here. So, what do we got? We got some figures. Damn, really efficient packaging here.
Yeah, definitely.
They just stuck them together. Oh, almost got it. Taped up bubble wrap. All right, here we go. We got some anime girl. I have no idea what the hell this is.
Nobody knows.
It says Shangri-La Frontier.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, there you go. She looks kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Maybe it's the best show ever.
It could be. It might not even be a show. It just might.
Right? It might be a free-to-play mobile game. Who knows?
Hey, chances are high.
All right, and now I got this funny bunny girl.
Okay. Oshinoko?
Yeah. I don't know anything about it except one of my students watches this show, and she gave me like Oshinoko branded candy one time, so that was
okay.
Nice.
So this is just a girl in a bikini. Was that bunny ears?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You know, I have to keep the streak up. I have to get every bunny girl figure that shows up.
Sure.
Yeah, I have like 100 now.
Damn, dude.
I don't know if I literally have that many, but
okay. Well, you have more than me. I think my collection right now is 0.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. One more box. It's from Capcom.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Let's see what they got for me. It's a little bigger. And right now, I think Capcom is definitely the best.
Okay.
As far as like free tickets and getting easy W's.
Yeah.
What do we got? Oh, we got some fun stuff in here. All right. I have a Suica game. Watermelon.
Oh, nice.
This one's a bigger boy.
Right. And again, like, yeah, for a while there wasn't any official merch, but no, Aladdin X, the company, they've been doing official merch and stuff now, UFO catchers and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Good for them.
Let's open it up.
Yeah.
I want to squish it in my hands. Yes.
Squishy and soft. Nice.
This is nice. This is such a comfortable size. I love it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. All right. What do we got? Oh, I got another little prize. Let's go.
Wrapped in bubble wrap. Looks like
Yeah.
the size of an onigiri, like a rice ball.
Yeah. In fact, it's the other half of the set. The little tiny ReZero gremlins.
Oh, the thing that you just had like
Yeah.
a couple minutes ago. Okay.
Well, this is the other one, right?
Okay. So you got the pink one and the blue one. You just like the hair over the eye. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're different colors, they're flipped, and I don't know what to tell you about them.
Yeah, maybe a thumb size type of thing. Just little statues, essentially, right?
Yeah, but I've like so many of their figures, and they always come in sets of 2, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, but there's still more stuff to go. Here's something also very cute and wholesome.
Ooh, little penguin.
I got a penguin, not just any penguin. You realize?
I do not realize.
It's the penguin from Spy Family.
Okay, okay.
The plush toy Captain Penguin, or I don't know what they call it in English. Yeah. But he's great. I love him.
Cool. Okay.
Not quite full size.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cute. I love him. I can throw it next to one of my Anya plushes if I see one. Oh, there's one up there. Not even close. All right. And one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's Hatsune Miku, Bunny Girl.
What does it say on the front? Cute.
Buy cute bunnies.
Okay.
That's right. Hatsune Miku is bisexual. So yeah, that's actually a series of a lot of these Bunny Girl figures that I have.
Okay.
Crossing over many series. Here you go. Here's another great one that I had at arm's reach. So yeah, this is actually like a new color of one that I got like I don't know, a year ago.
I believe you, I suppose.
So yep. I gotta sustain the collection.
Sure, I get it.
Yep. All right, I'll just put that somewhere, and that'll wrap it up for Anime Trash, I think.
Okay. A respectable collection of gizmos here. Cool.
Yeah, like I got this guy. I love him.
Yeah, Suika game stuff. That's awesome. Cool.
All right.
Cool. Well, that is going to do it for Anime Trash. So let's pass things over to JC. I want to unmute yourself there, bud.
Well, sorry, I didn't hear the music kick in just now.
Uh-huh.
Yes, welcome to the Fukubukuro Fabulousness, the part of the show where we're going to tell you what games to buy. So you don't really have to do anything. Just put your wallet on the table, open it up, leave the room, and when you come back, you'll have some new games to play.
Give it to us. We're the middlemen here too, so don't worry about
it. Exactly. So there's a whole bunch of games that we've talked about multiple times before. So I'm just trying to not do that.
Sure.
So I just took a little screenshots of ones that I thought were really, really good.
Okay.
And then we can just look at those, right?
Sure.
Sounds like a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, it's the usual deal. The American special, as I like to call it. The less than $10, over 75% Metacritic games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I share this, Danny? Hold on.
You should be able to.
Hi. Easy now. Here we go. So the first Soul Cresta, Ty. I think Ty played this maybe on Switch. I can't remember. Ty, do you remember that one?
No, I don't.
I thought this was that wasn't it the game similar to that Super Nintendo game that you also like. It's like
slam this into YouTube right now.
It's like a mixture of an action game and a strategy game. It's like 2 in 1. I thought it was.
No, I've never seen this game. I think you can
Oh,
using
okay.
it
What
for a
am I
different
thinking
one.
of?
I've seen this before somewhere, dude. I don't remember why, but
Oh well,
yeah.
creative director Hideki Kamiya, music Yuzo Koshiro.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Hmm.
Oh,
I'm
okay, okay.
interested in this.
But just before I go insane, Ty, what is that Super Nintendo game that you love? It's like 2 genres in one.
ActRaiser.
ActRaiser, yeah. There was like a spiritual successor to ActRaiser, and I thought it was this.
Oh no,
Okay, because you
not
played
even
that
close.
one, right?
Yeah. What was that? What was that called? It was some weird thing. It wasn't even.
Yeah, I
that
thought it
good.
had soul in the title. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I think that's why I thought it was that one. But yeah, anyway, okay, skip that one then.
Well,
both
I
Dark.
think it looks cool. I'm gonna check it out right now. Actually,
Oh, nice. Both Darksiders 1 and 2 are on sale right now for $9 each. I have the first one, the Darksiders War Mastered Edition. In case you don't know, it's basically a 3D Zelda game,
Right.
but just like an extremely metal version of that,
Right.
as in heavy metal music, kind of like
And
that.
like controls and stuff feel pretty good, don't they? Like
Yeah. Controls well. It's interesting story. Looks really nice. You know, even on Switch, it looks really nice. Well, I think it's like a previous generation game. Like
360 era.
Yeah, but it was like remastered after that as well. This is like the new version of that.
Right.
But yeah. And I think it was on like Wii U as well. Like the sequel was on Wii U.
One of them, I think 2 or 3. Yeah, one of them was on there, but multiple ones. Yeah, I kind of remember that too.
And Blossom Tales 2, the Minotaur Prince is also on sale for $8.24. Matches previous low. All of those match previous low.
Okay.
Another Thai special, Fight Rage.
this game is so good.
I bought it. I bought it, dude. I still
50% off. One of Danny's favorite games, also apparently.
Yes, I think when I got it, it was like $4 or something. It was
really?
cheap. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cheaper
I've
than
seen
this.
some deep discounts on this game.
Okay.
I got it on the Japanese eShop too. It was just right place for the right time.
This is a good deal.
Ooh.
Pixel Junk Monsters is $2, $2.24, 85% off. This we actually got a review code for this way back in the day. This is like a beautiful what do you call this kind of game? Tower defense. But it just looks like it's made out of clay. Like it's like a claymation, but like, you know, it's a game, but it's like running in real time, but it looks like a claymation game. There's like, I don't know how they did it with lighting and just the textures, but it looks amazing. And it's really fun as well. And highly recommended, done by friends of the show. And Dylan Cuthbert. Anyone?
Thanks, Dylan. Best friends. Hung out a lot, mostly at TGS 2015. Me at his booth.
Exactly. I did. It's funny that you guys mentioned that the sale price wasn't very good. I did notice in general, like today, a lot of the games seem to be a little bit more than they used to be. Is it like this kind of currency fluctuation thing? Like they have to kind of decrease the sale price to make up for the lack of profits, or something?
I think it depends on the company, maybe where they're based, like that type of thing.
But there was no sales stuff where I was like, oh damn! Apart from that Pixel Jump Monsters, everything seemed to be more expensive. Well, not more expensive, but I mean, not sale as much on sale as it used to.
Sure. Yeah, it's hard telling, man, because I mean, who knows?
Danmaku Unlimited 3. I thought that could be another Thai special. Is that something you've played before, Thai? Danmaku Collection? No?
Collection? What's in the collection? Maybe I played some of them individually.
Sorry, Danmaku Unlimited 3.
Okay, I don't think I played that exact one, no.
It's a perfect medley of the best aspects of classic bullet hell shooters wrapped in a modern and approachable package. Approachable? That's not what Ty wants.
Eat shit, scrub.
Yes, right, exactly.
Yeah, Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition is on sale for $3, $3.74 right now. Like Crypt of the Necrodancer is $4, which is cheap, but like, yeah, I would expect things to be cheaper than that by now.
Sure.
Like at the end of the Switch life cycle.
Right.
Guacamelee 2 is $5 as well, if you want to get the sequel. The Cuphead DLC is $6.39. You see, not that cheap. Dead Cells.
I bought that on the Xbox summer sale.
Oh, nice.
As well.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, tons of summer sales going on. Obviously, the Nintendo one, like, yeah, all sorts of companies have that stuff going on now. Great time to buy games. Deco deals like James is showing right now too.
Yeah.
Great place to find like a collection of all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dead Cells DLC. If you have Dead Cells, like the Queen and the Sea is $3.49, and the Castlevania DLC is $6.99, $7. Yeah, it's so wild to me that kind of like indie game ended up getting a Castlevania collabo.
Yeah.
DLC. It's totally wild.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, stranger things have happened, right, Ty? Like your favorite game.
Yeah.
Crypt of the Necrodancer ended up being like a fucking Zelda game. That was wild.
That was kind of random, yeah.
That is totally random, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Plenty of games available now.
That's right.
Danny, back to you in the studio.
All right. Yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to some FAMI-FAXES.
FAMI-FAXES.
So if you want to fax us, our fax number is in the description box below. Otherwise, if you want to email us, you can do that at the famicast@gmail.com. Hit us up on social media, be that Twitter or Blue Sky. We're at the Famicast. Yeah, sound off in comments, all that type of stuff. And you can get your stuff read out on the air like these guys. I just have a couple of things that I wanted to bring up. Some kind of weird, but I thought kind of funny. So yeah, all these come from YouTube comments and stuff like that. If you do leave a comment on YouTube, I do see it and I try to respond to as many of them as I possibly can.
You.
Yeah, as long as they're not like trolly or you're just being a jerk, I'll probably respond.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry, it's okay, man. I knew it from you is you know, James. This one, it must be you, or maybe it's one of your alt accounts. I don't know. Your alternate name, G.I. Joe Mac.
Yeah.
You left on the Macross Shooting Insight TGS 2023 impressions. And James, or G.I. Joe Mac, excuse me, went on to say Malcolm X didn't know Muhammad was white, according to the Hadith, and Muhammad had black slaves, according to Islam. Thank you for that, James.
Cool, live and learn.
Yeah, I don't
totally related to the video that he commented on. Brilliant.
Yeah, man, like I saw the comment, I was like, what? And there's a video like linked up to it too. And I was like, what? Because I didn't watch it. I just clicked on it. I was like, okay, 7 views. Like, all right, I don't need to watch this, whatever this is. But thanks for that, James. I appreciate it.
Yeah, always trying to be a better Muslim myself.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, there are some actually honest to God like comments from here on to someone named Mew Kokoa via the Natsumon Everything You Need to Know video that I put together. He or she said, I played the demo and loved it. Then I remembered I had the Shinchan version and have been enjoying that while I wait. Of course, Natsumon, I believe it's out or it's coming out like this week. So if that's something you want to play, you can. There's an English demo for it too, which is awesome.
Is that a Japanese person, Danny? Was that translated from Japanese?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, if they did it, it would have just been by themselves, maybe. The comment was in English, so.
No, because you called it Mew Kokoa, which is the Japanese pronunciation.
Okay. What, Coco? Yeah. So, okay.
Oh my God. Danny has literally forgotten how to speak English.
Sometimes, yeah, some words that I don't use. I don't drink cocoa. So,
yeah. In case you didn't know, Japanese people pronounce the A at the end of cocoa.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was. Is it spelled the same way in English too? Jesus Christ.
Yep. That's why Japanese people make that mistake and why you made the mistake.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't really drink cocoa. So, which makes it so like I don't type about cocoa either.
If you don't drink it, I don't know how to spell it.
Kinda.
All I know how to do is spell is beer.
Yeah, I could spell that. I can spell that pretty
B-A-R,
good.
bear.
Yes, yes. Speaking of that, Junk Food King left a comment on the Mario Tennis Game Boy Color review. He said, "Love this game as a kid. Only recently got the entire set for this game, which is the N64 game, the transfer pack." And he said, even with the story mode character and super high stats, the tournaments in the N64 version are still really tough, even though the Switch has more or less made console handheld connectivity gimmicks obsolete by now. I still miss that era and innovation. So yeah, I totally get that too. It is kind of, I mean, it is convenient to have Nintendo, Nintendo's kind of put everything into one, which is kind of nice. But I don't know, something could be said about that era of Nintendo gaming, I suppose.
I played, I had Pokemon Stadium, the first one, which was the second one. Yeah. I had the Pokemon on the Game Boy and I had Pokemon Stadium on the 64. I think that's the only time I've kind of like done no. Yeah, I'm just trying to think here. Have there been any other kind of link ups like console to
GameCube era, Game Boy Advance and
Perfect
stuff.
Dark.
With the Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Not the there was the Game Boy camera stuff they were going to do that just got axed because of Columbine.
What did the Game Boy Color version? I had Perfect Dark on Game Boy Color.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
I think it just like let you shortcut some unlocks.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Some of that stuff was like that. I mean, obviously GameCube had some really cool different things that you can do. Pac-Man versus.
Oh yeah.
One of the games that were, I mean, a cool idea. You just needed way too much equipment to be able to like make it work. And I mean, for me, it was like I had all this stuff just myself, but I didn't have anybody that wanted to play. So that was like my problem there.
I think I did it once, Pac-Man versus.
Me too. That's it.
Yeah. And same for Final Fantasy Crystal Bucket
Chronicles. Yeah, me too, dude. Same thing. It's cool idea, just a lot of stuff you have to go through to actually make it work.
I did end up playing a lot of Pac-Man versus actually.
Did you? Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like E3 and stuff like that, or like no, I meant like at E3, like in a hotel or something, or
at my house with my friends,
or that.
Oh yeah, Four Swords Adventure. Tony Montiero in the chat. He mentions Four Swords. Yeah, Four Swords is a good shout. Yeah, I played. I think I played that once as well.
Yeah,
no, but you could play the whole game on your own with that.
Yeah,
one.
I actually got an import version of Crystal Chronicles and reviewed it for Planet GameCube or NWR.
Isn't that what we absolutely hated?
Rest in peace.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, that game fucking sucks.
Yep.
Great. One other comment. Again, this is on the Mario Tennis Game Boy Color one. This is from Transient Image, our good buddy there. He said, "Hey, great video, man. I played a lot of this game on 3DS Virtual Console." And again, kind of same type of thing, kind of saying here too. As much as I love the Switch, I do miss the days when Nintendo had a dedicated handheld. That's when I feel Nintendo was really best at. And being a handheld only guy, I really long for those days. Yeah, I can get that. But yep, I don't think Nintendo's going back anytime soon. I think this whole kind of hybrid thing, what they're at now, there's no practical reason for them to go back. Otherwise, unless for like nostalgia's sake. So
take your Switch out your dock, mate. Get on with it.
There it is.
Stop whining.
Yes.
Start playing portably. You can.
Yeah. All right. But that's going to go ahead and do it for the feedback. And that's actually going to do it for the show this week. Before we leave, we'll go ahead and give you guys our social media handles so you can follow us there. If you want to follow me, you can follow me at DannyBiv on both X and Blue Sky, and that's DANNYBIV. Ty, where can the fine folks find you?
See me on Discord.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But also Super Cat Drugs wherever.
Okay. JC?
Stop calling it X. It's Twitter and it's dead. Follow me on Blue Sky at FAMI-Complicated.
X is going to give it to you.
Gonorrhea. Yeah.
Take what you can get. All right. Well, like I said, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the video. Thank you guys for commenting live. Those of you that did. Yeah, a little bit early this week, but we're going to get back into the 2-week pattern of stuff. So you can look forward to that. And yeah, with that, oh shit, I forgot to do one thing opening before we close out.
It's Danny's first time.
It's my first time. It's my first time every time. Yeah. But yeah, thanks again, and we will catch you guys next time.
Peace.
Toodles. Peace.